people of the internet, my name is Oduor Jagero and this is Dalos Jagero. Today I am on episode 2 with Salano. Episode 1 went really well. The man is getting 3 million views. Shaka, this guy has got 3 million views, 3.8.
In 2 days.
In 2 days. How are you feeling, my brother?
I'm feeling rich. I wish those views were shillings.
They will ultimately turn into
I will have brought you here a tithe of 380,000.
Today we are talking about sex in the bedroom. What happens when the lady needs more? Or when the man needs it in the kitchen, needs it in the bathroom? You remember those triggers you're talking about?
Yeah.
I can imagine. Tell me about, you said that you have sex every day. And a lot of people did not believe you, by the way, including me. I don't believe you. I mean, sex every day, bro.
What makes you think it's impossible to have sex every day? What is a hindrance to having sex every day?
Biashara, watu wanaenda wapi, wanaenda...
Kwenda wapi. As since we met, for the last 15 years, we've been separate for only, I think, a week. The longest time we've been separate from each other. It's a week. Yeah. So you're not used to being away, so we are always there.
So a lot of people are saying that the reason why some marriages fail. By the way, my guest is called Salano.
Yeah.
Inzai, Sindio?
Mej Clay.
Yes. Salano Inzai Mej Clay. What a name. That was your mother, giving you that name, or your father?
My mother, and I told you she was a class 3 dropout. If she only reached class 5, hata mngeweza pronounce jina yangu.
Kweli. So, why is sex a big deal in marriage?
It's a big deal because that is what cements a marriage. That is what marriage is. Without sex, there is no marriage.
Explain more.
When couples get married,
maybe
they had a wedding today, and then they go for honeymoon, and then sex doesn't happen. That marriage was not consummated. So marriage is not about the vows you made or the celebration you had. Marriage is about that sex that you had. So if you go there and you're like, now, I've seen couples whereby they go for honeymoon and it's like the husband can't erect. They just discover that this man was saying, until we wed, to avoid being known that he's impotent or he has erectile dysfunction. So if you are in that marriage, you've been married, you had a big wedding and you cannot have sex. It means there was no marriage that was done. So marriage is sex. When I said last time that anytime you have sex, that's now what we call marriage. If I have sex with a woman tonight and then she goes away, I've married her and then she's divorced.
Actually, that's a bit dramatic.
1 Corinthians 16 says that whoever unites with a prostitute, they become one. So anytime, however many of them you sleep with, you become one with them every now and then. So marriage is always about sex. So if there is no sex, then there is no marriage. And now in a marriage, when you talk about one needing more than the other one, it's normal. You find that in many couples, you find that maybe the man needs more sex and the wife can't supply, or the wife needs more and the man can't supply. And we talk about one having more, another one having less. We're not talking about frequency per se. Because we had a couple, we were just counseling the other day, and the wife was complaining that I don't have sex in this marriage.
Okay.
And the man was like, no, we always have it almost daily. So for her, it was not about frequency. It's not about quantity, but the quality that she was getting. You see, for us men, sex is all about ejaculation.
Yeah.
The moment you ejaculate, and you see, for a man, when he sees a vagina, that's already 50% ejaculation. The moment the head gets in, he's done. And for him, that's all about it. So most women in marriage, they end up just giving sex to their husband because it's no longer for me. For a woman, it is orgasm. For a man, it's ejaculation. So most women in marriage have never seen what we call orgasm. Wanaisikianga tu kwa TV or kwa radio. So it has become now a man's thing. And Jagger, if you are in a marriage and you have these 3 B's I want to talk about, when we talk about sex in context, we have the first B is called bother. When sex becomes a bother in your marriage, such that You ask for sex.
Let's mention the three of them so that
Okay.
we build anticipation for the audience. Then we go back to them, and then I'll tackle them one by one.
The first B is bother.
Okay.
Second is burden.
Okay.
The third is beggarly. Beggarly, or to beg.
Beggarly. Okay.
So if sex has become a bother in your marriage, such that whenever I ask you for sex, you feel like I'm disturbing you. I gave you yesterday, you are disturbing me. Can you have it? You are disturbing me. When it becomes a disturbance, sex has become a bother in your marriage. When sex becomes a burden, such that when someone wants to approach for sex, you're like, not again. This thing. So you feel now a woman feels like even sex should be removed from marriage. There are women who feel like this marriage will be very good if the sex was not there. So we just leave. You see, like animals, 99% of animals have sex only for the sake of reproduction. That's what we call mating. Say, animals don't have sex to enjoy it or for pleasure, except maybe you can talk about the dolphin and the monkeys. They can do it for recreation, for bonding. But other animals, they only do it when it's time for mating. And women, not women, but female dogs or cows or any other, they'll stimulate maybe, they'll stimulate something that will attract the male one to come and mate. One that is done, that is it. So most marriages have reached that point whereby now they only want to have sex for children. So women will be like, why are we having it anyway? Si tuko na mtoto mdogo, unataka ingine ya nini? Why do we have to have sex yet our child is still young? So you find that she's reasoning like, let this child grow, then we'll have another sex for another child. So sex has become a bother and a burden. When sex becomes beggarly, you're like, please, just give me one tonight. Add me one. And she's like, no, please, I'm tired. I'm not giving you. Please, give me. So you begin begging your spouse for sex. That's a big issue. So if you have these three B's, beggarly, bother, and burden, you need my book called Sacred Intimacy. It will fix that for you. Yes. You'll now be having it daily, on a daily basis. So it's very normal to have couples having more sex, men needing more sex than wives, or a wife asking for more sex than a man. And I think that's a good marriage where the wife is asking for more.
When the woman is asking for more, that's a good marriage.
Yes, because
what does that mean?
Because it's our nature that men always need more. So if you meet a woman who needs more, I think it's a good one. It's a good problem because men can always try.
Men can always try.
Can always try to. But if a woman doesn't want it, it will be very hard to convince her to have it. So you will find that women will be telling you that my man is not good in bed. I've had so many inboxes like that. My man is 1 minute man.
Okay.
My husband is poor in bed. My husband 1 minute, so he doesn't last for long. This thing always come out from maybe comparison, because who are you comparing him with? Okay. Yeah, if he's 1 minute, do you have another 5 minutes somewhere that you learned? You called me a 5 minute man last time. Did you experience another 5 minute man somewhere, or a 10 minute man? Or he's poor in bed, did you experience another good man somewhere? And for us men, nobody teaches us how to have sex. There are no classes for men that now come, we teach you how to have sex. You get in marriage without knowing how sex is done. No one told you this is where you should be putting it. We just learn on the field. And as I said, for man, as long as he's inside, that's all he wants. So I think it is now for us women to teach our men how to have sex with them. Because women have different parts of their body that excites them. But for us, when we see our vagina, we just enter, we ejaculate, then we say, then you sleep. So it leaves them pending, like they need more and they don't know how to tell you. So I think women understand their bodies so much. The women who maybe their sensitive part is the forehead, or the ears, or the cheeks, or the kissing, or the neck, or the navel, or the breasts, or the nipples, or the thighs, or the legs, or the soul. They have, every woman knows.
That's a lot of ors.
Yes, there are so many. So each woman knows what she likes. Because you will go and maybe kiss one woman on the neck, she'll be like, oh, I like it. Another will slap you. What are you doing on my neck? So know what excites you and teach your man in a very good way. Don't come and tell your man that, by the way, you don't even touch me. You always just enter. it's going to reduce, his performance will even go low. So what you can do, you can start by doing to him
what you like.
Yeah,
Done to
you can touch him, and then let him also tell him, can you come and touch me?
Yeah.
Then when he touches where you want, tell him now, maybe come to my neck, or come to my neck, or on my third, come that place. Move up kidogo, yes, faster or slowly. And then even if he doesn't do the way you want it, send him a text message tomorrow when he goes to work. Tell him, hey, bana, you are the bedroom bully. What you did yesterday.
Now you are we should have called this thing bedroom bullies.
No. So praise him. Tell him, hey, yesterday you touched me, that thing was electric. So he'll say, really? So he'll come and try again the following day. And again and again. And as you teach our men slowly by slowly, they become experts in bed, because we don't know how you want it. But the moment your wife is able to communicate, the issue is that we never communicate sex in bedroom. You never talk about it. We finish, this one sleeps faking that side, the other on this side, then we go. But you must discuss, how was it? Do you want it this way, or how can I improve that way? So now,
a form to fill after the sex.
We should have a questionnaire.
We should have a form to fill after the sex.
Yeah. So before now we come to see what causes that difference, there are factors that can cause someone to need more sex in marriage or not to have sex at all. So number one is libido. Libido can be either for men or for women, either high or low. But let me talk about what can cause low libido in couples. For women...
Are we going to talk about... Okay, you're starting with women.
Yes.
Low libido for women in marriage.
Yeah. Let me just talk about for couples, but mostly for women. I'll begin with the women who are having traumas.
Okay.
Yeah, could be childhood. Like the other day, there was a lady who reached out to me, and she was saying that I'm now 33 and I've never had sex since I was born. Because of the stories I've been hearing about sex, that she was told that the first time you have sex, it's very painful and you bleed. So she fears that. And then she's in medical field also. She said that I'm a nurse and I've been dealing with the men. And when I see the things, I'm like, what? That thing should enter me. So she has become so afraid. She said, I'm afraid of even getting married. So this is a woman who
one of those ladies that tested me for scrotum cancer. Is it scrotum cancer? What is it called? Scrotum cancer. What is it? What is the answer? The cancer called? Cancer of the balls. What is it called? Yeah? Prostate cancer. Hey. Yeah. Women that,
yeah. So the way she was turning, and she was like, this thing is too big. Yeah, I can't allow it in me. Yeah. So it has traumatized her. So she says that she fears it. So if this woman can go in marriage and she hasn't dealt with that, her trauma, it will be either bothering, beggarly, or burden. Sex will be that busy in her marriage. She won't enjoy it. Another, maybe those who have undergone FGM, a woman has been circumcised, the clit is not there, so there's nothing that excites her. So you find that for her, it's just, she doesn't like sex in marriage. So you find now she doesn't need it, the husband needs more, but she can't supply. Another issue could be for women is that things like family planning method they are using, the depots, the injections, the pills they are using, they highly affect women's libido. So you find that your wife is like, she just withdraws from sex. She doesn't even think about it. When you are like trying to touch her, she's like, you are disturbing me, please.
So what happens? The hormone. What does the hormone do to the woman's body?
The family planning methods mostly affect the hormonal imbalance of the women.
Okay.
So you find that the dopamine that is a sex hormone, it's really affected. It's like it's suppressed. So they can't wish to have sex. They just want to stay like that. And in fact, they'll feel very good when maybe you leave them still when you are going to sleep, they are watching something, so that they come and find you already asleep or snoring.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they just love it that way. And then we can also talk about when the attention has gone to something else, like a child has been born in that house. There are some women who can't multitask. They just can't multitask. When a child has come, all attention goes to the baby. Now she's breastfeeding, she's washing the baby, she's feeding the baby, she's singing for the baby, everything's about the baby, washing baby. So every day it's always about the baby. So you have to wait.
Isn't that natural though, that her attention goes to the baby?
It's natural, yes, but there is how you can help that. Because as a man, if you see your wife is overwhelmed by child's affairs in the house, you can step in.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, you say, today I'll help you wash the baby, I'll help you change the diapers. When the woman just feels that you are stepping into her life, because you see, we believe that this is a woman's role.
Okay.
And even women believe this is my role, that I should do it. So when a baby comes, it's the woman to shower, to wash the baby, to change the diapers, at night to feed. If you are feeding, you have a different feeding method apart from breastfeeding. She's the one to wake up and feed the baby. But if you can wake up and tell her, just rest, let me feed the baby. If the baby is crying, you take the baby to the sitting room, you just try to make the baby until she sleeps, then you come, you give her some peace. And then you try to wash the baby, change the diapers. She feels like her burden is being lifted. And then she'll feel like you are really helping her. So sex won't be a very big problem. Yeah, because I've also seen that sex is a fruit or a result of something. There is something that leads to it. So they're like those acts of service. You support her, how you've been chatting with her the whole day, you've been communicating with her, you come and spank her anyhow in the kitchen. That will help her to be very active when it comes to bedroom. Are we together?
Yes. Are we together? Yeah.
It can also affect men. Like maybe those men who are very workaholic, you find that they came from work, like you, blood group also, you go and you want to finish your task at home. So you are busy on your laptop. When you come home, still on the laptop the whole night, the woman comes and touches and you're like, please, not now. Can I finish this fast? So it's like that every day. The wife begins now, she's like, I want some sex, and you are like, no, Haiko, not now, not now, not now. So one begins needing more, yet the other one cannot supply. That is one of the biggest reason that is causing. So I've said number one is low libido. And I've given the reason why libido is causing sex to reduce in marriage. Number two is masturbation. Masturbation is whereby you rub your sexual organs to achieve an orgasm or an ejaculation for men and women. And men people are in this, a habit, I can call it a habit, that's really affecting them. You see, a penis of a man does not have a bone.
Okay.
It's not like that for a dog. So it doesn't have a bone.
The one for a dog has a bone?
Yeah, I'm told it has a bone. There's a name they call that bone in medicine. But for a man, it doesn't have. So it's a very soft tissue. And the outer tissues are also very soft. Okay? Same to the vagina of a woman. It's very soft. When a man erects, it becomes stiff but soft. Stiff but very soft outside. Now, you said you are from the village. You always go home, and the other day even, so you like going home over the weekend. And maybe you've been in town for a long time, then you go home, and then you say you want to slash just your compound to make it clean. And then you take your slasher and do slashing. After that, you'll see some blisters in your hand.
Yes.
You see there'll be some, they come, then they burst. And then when you come and slash after some time, you won't see them again.
Yeah. Because
your mind or your brain communicates and says that our hand is under attack. So they come and protect your hand.
Okay.
So the layer that we have is so soft. Okay. What can we do? Let us produce a harder layer that can withstand that threat that we are facing. So after that, blisters have gone. The healing that comes, it comes with a very tough layer.
Yeah.
So the next slashing, you won't see those blisters again because it has adapted to the new environment. Now, when you use your hand, which is harder than a vagina, to rub your penis, your cells outside your penis, they begin feeling they're under attack.
Okay.
Yani tunanyongwa.
Omera. Salano.
Sintanga tukunyonga.
Oh my God.
I don't know where that came from, but I think it should be something like that.
Yeah.
So the penis feels that they are under attack.
Okay.
So they have to find a way to defend themselves. The penis has to find a way to defend itself so that it doesn't suffer. So it will develop a tougher skin.
Okay.
So the more you do it, the more you make it to defend itself to become tougher. So you'll find that when I was in high school, there were boys who were using a towel. You can imagine how hard a towel.
Why would they use a towel?
Because now they don't even feel the hand.
Damn.
They want something now rougher. Yeah. When I was in high school, there were boys who were using a towel. Now,
a towel?
Yes. Now imagine how hard that penis is going to be. Now you want this same penis that is very hard, very resistant, to enter in a very soft vagina and have the same results. This man will not feel anything during sex. He won't feel a thing. So you'll find that during the bedroom matters, he will come, have sex with the wife, ejaculate, and go to the bathroom and do his thing.
Really?
Because he doesn't feel the vagina's grip or even if the vagina is very tight, it's not as tight as the hand. Because the hand you'll continue pressing and you can control. And it's also hard. Not as hard as the vagina. So he's feeling like he's just in something that in water. It's like he doesn't feel it. It's like he's pumping water. So you find he's not going to feel that pleasure. So the wife is like, come. He's like, not today. Kumbe, he has already finished. He was in the bathroom. He has satisfied himself. He wants to sleep. Or the wife will force. Now, every day you say you are tired, let us do it. Then she'll force and then do it. Then he'll finish, go to the bathroom, do his thing now, satisfy himself, then come and sleep.
You are telling me that this is actually happening in marriages?
Well, they said that over 50% of men in marriage masturbate. Not globally, in marriage, not single, not this men in marriage, over 50% masturbate.
Yeah, I understand that, because there is also a lady who has told me before that she masturbates in her marriage because if the man doesn't want the sex and she's horny and she doesn't want to bother the man, then so I would imagine that somebody might masturbate once in a while still in marriage, but a situation whereby there is a wife in the house, a wife that needs sex, but then you still go into the bathroom and masturbate because you think that she's not going to satisfy you.
Masturbation is a very bad addiction, and there's a level where we've reached in masturbation. You can't go back. Nothing can satisfy you. A vagina cannot satisfy you. You want something harder than your hand. You want something tougher, because your penis has become more resistant. So it can't feel a vagina. So yes, he'll have sex with you once in a while, but he'll masturbate 10 times. There's a guy who was saying that he could masturbate up to 6 times in a day. During the day, not at night, during the day. He feels like he's just passing somewhere, he enters the toilet, shh. He's in a bush. Yeah. He said, because this is an addiction, Jagero. Yeah. Don't laugh.
I'm not laughing.
This is a serious thing that is killing marriages.
Oh my God.
So, marriage cannot heal masturbation if you've been an addict. Because you will not feel the warmth, the grip of the vagina. However grip it's trying to grip you, the softness is also gone. Let me just talk about women. When women masturbate, those women of our age, how we are alpha, generation alpha.
Generation alpha?
No. Which one are we?
We are millennials.
Yeah. Millennials. They used to masturbate with things like I was told that test tube from the lab, girls' school used to disappear, which was something.
Test tubes.
Yeah.
In the lab.
In the lab, yeah. They were using test tubes to masturbate.
Test tube is not a glass?
It's a glass, yes.
Bricks?
We'll cross the bridge when you reach there, but... So you see, that looked like somehow very soft.
Okay.
Not very... I'm not saying they used it, but it was not very soft. But this generation, I'm told, women are using things like cooking sticks.
Cooking sticks?
Yes. Women are using toothbrush. A toothbrush that has now... been used somehow soft, but for our vagina it's very hard.
Toothbrush?
To rub themselves. I've heard of a woman, these are not theories I'm getting. I wish I would just give you my TikTok inbox. One day you just go through it and see what people are telling what they do. I use a toothbrush because my finger cannot satisfy me. The finger is too soft. She doesn't feel the need of things, so she wants something rough that can rough and excite her. And you see, like a clit of a woman, they said it has over 80,000 or 800,000 nerve endings, sensitive nerve endings. So the more which should be stimulated by something very soft, even like a tongue.
Like a tongue.
A tongue should be able to make her feel it.
Yes,
but now
women talk about tongue a lot.
But now when you come and do something like a hard substance, a cucumber.
A cucumber.
It's called a cucumber. it starts becoming hard, and it also begins defending itself because it wants to resist the next thing that will come in. Something like a vibrator. This is something that has been connected to electricity. At what speed is that thing vibrating? At a very high speed, like a sewing machine.
Yeah, a sewing machine.
Which man can vibrate like that? Because you are, maybe your pace is ta, 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 but she wants, which you can't provide. So she's telling you faster. And for you, I'm at the fastest rate I can go.
I think that is the reason why men have heart attack in bed. Used to toothbrush.
Yes. So now you have sex with your wife, and she doesn't feel anything.
Really?
You come in, you do your thing, you finish. You know, as men, after finishing, you sleep. She leaves, goes to the bathroom, to her room,
and takes a toothbrush
or the vibrator. She vibrates, then comes back and sleeps. So now, in this marriage, the woman doesn't want sex every day because you don't satisfy her. You don't satisfy her.
But she's having her own sex
she's
at
having,
her own time.
Yes, she's having her own sex at her own time.
The man is having his own sex at his own time.
Yes. Now imagine you are couples whereby only one party is masturbating. Not all of you, only one is masturbating. So this one who is not masturbating, how is she going, or how is he going to cope up with that situation? Anyway, there's a clinic in Kasarani. Mm-hmm. It's called what? Clay City. It's called Clay City Medical Center.
Okay.
They are able to reverse these masturbation side effects. And I've seen many men, we refer them that they say, wow, I think now I can now feel the vagina.
How do they do it? They give you a new layer of tissue.
No, there's a medication they're using. I haven't gone into this, but the medication they use, they have medication that they use to reverse those things. It's not just about masturbation affects the nerves. It affects the outer ring. It affects. It's so deep. It's so deep, and it begins from the mind. So you find that with the time it begins healing, and then you get normal.
But then would you reckon that this masturbation issue starts well before marriage, and then it gets into marriage?
No one begins masturbation in marriage. Most of them begins before. And because you find that if you go to the internet, then you search masturbation to tell you it's good to have to masturbate. It relieves you. It prevents you from doing what they give you very good points.
Okay.
They don't tell you about the future. So you will be there. You look for some music or some video that will excite you. Then you masturbate. You imagine someone in your mind. Then you masturbate. But as you continue doing like that, you don't know what it's just doing to you. There's a guy who also reached out to me just the other day. He told me that I've been masturbating for the last 20 years. I got married 2 years ago, but I just can't stop masturbating. What do I do? Because even him, he feels it. He feels the wife is there, like 1 week they haven't had sex, but him, he's always masturbating daily. So the urge for sex is not there at all.
The urge for sex is there, but the urge to sleep with the woman.
So the satisfaction is not there. Not even to sleep with the woman. Even if you sleep with that woman, he won't feel satisfied. He won't feel satisfied at all. So he must just try and go and do what satisfies him. Whether he's using a towel or a hand or a soap, anything to satisfy him. So that's really killing many marriages. And that's why you'll find that one will need more, which can't be supplied, and one wants less.
I think the issue of masturbation has not been put into perspective because a lot of the Western media has always fronted masturbation as a feel-good habit that should not be interfered with. People should not,
just do it. It's not something bad. It relieves you.
There is a gentleman who called me and told me that he wanted to talk to me about masturbation in my podcast, and I was like, shit. I mean, what are we going to do to talk about masturbation for a whole hour? I did not understand, and I was thinking that probably I should talk to somebody who is perhaps more knowledgeable on the subjects and the causes, the results, like that. But rather than talking to somebody who is basically masturbating, because I thought that
he was masturbating.
He's a serial masturbator. He told me that he masturbates up to 7 times a day, and he's tired about it, and he's looking for help. And I thought my podcast is not the place to look for help.
You can now refer him to me. I can direct him to someone who can help him.
Huko kwa Clay.
Yeah, it's Clay City Medical Center. It's in Kasarani, Hapo Seasons. It's really sorting those issues. Erectile dysfunctions.
They should come to this podcast and also talk about them, and also stop talking about them because they are not paying me. Anyway, Salana, I realize that you're a very good man who wants to help people that are in trouble. Which
because,
is fine.
Yeah, me, I want people to be in their marriage and be happy.
In their marriage and be happy.
I want people to be happy in their marriage. And I want every couple to satisfy each other.
Yeah.
I
imagine it's a good thing when people are satisfying each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's good if you both of you can feel we are satisfied. But not one feels like, no, I still need more. So I said...
But now then I have to ask you the question.
Yeah.
Would you suggest that people have complementary sexual, is it equipment or stuff that would... People say that we need to spice our marriage. And so they get those masturbating, the dildos, the what, what are they called, Shaka? Toys, yes. Yes, the toys for masturbation.
I think...
What would you say to couples that want to spice their... Like a woman going and buying a ring, a cock ring, doing all these things, a woman having a closet full of dildos when it's time to have sex, she's gonna yank it open, put them beside the bed, and ask you to perform those procedures.
Does it even sound good to you?
No, you.
The way you just pictured it, does it even sound good? And then this is a borrowed culture. Yes. Which is not from God. Okay, Jagero, as I talk about sex and whatever, know that I'm in the confine of Christian marriage. So, these things of... First of all, I want to know, what's the origin of these things?
In fact, I like the idea of you speaking from the point of view of God.
Yes.
But I also want you to know that as a marriage counselor and as a sex coach, you are talking to people that do not ascribe to God. And so I think that yes, we can take it from the point of God and what God says about it, but also you are going to now you are starting to have 3 million, 4 million views. Unaona hizo vitu zimetoka wapi? Hizo vitu ziko huko usiji Kazakhstan. So now it is your responsibility. Responsibility is upon you to go over to make sure that it's not just about Christianity, but also having a general guideline that will help all human beings on earth. That is why when I talk about dildos and I'm talking about toys, I just want you to explain to me whether you think that is going to be good in your relationship. It's going to spice it up, or it might spice up, but it might also have another result that you might not like. You understand?
So let me say something like this.
Yes.
We've seen our athletes going to Olympics.
Okay.
And we've seen some being disqualified.
Yeah.
Because of what? They're using some enhancers.
Yes.
They want you to be as natural as possible. But this is just something to help you run faster, run better, not to get tired. There is nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Why are they against what I'm doing? This is just a drug to help me to win this race in a short time without to... I'm going to run and finish in a very comfortable. You find those guys who run, they finish and they're not even breathing. So, but the Olympic rules are against it.
Yeah.
This Olympic is not even Christian.
Yeah.
But they have how they want the things to be done in a very natural way. And I think the provision of God when it comes to sex, God ensured that he had given you all tools that you need as a man and as a woman to satisfy each other without involving any other third party.
Okay.
Whether it is a dildo, whether it's you said it's a ring, the others even use nyaunyo or what. Yes. All those things, they did not come from God. That's what I can do. It's not an idea from God's kingdom.
What are the tools that a man has apart from the penis? And you mean there are many tools? You want to talk about them? Because then people will ask you, Mr. Dr. Salano, so now that you said that I should not be spicing it up with dildos from Jumia,
yeah.
What are my tools?
Have Jumia paid you?
I was joking after a while.
So, other rules that we have is that you have a penis.
Okay.
She has a vagina.
Okay.
You have fingers.
Okay.
You have tongue. You have yourself.
Okay.
So sex is an art. You can pimp it as you want, and whether you have everything on your body to do that. You can move your fingers along. You can touch where. You can rub where. You can. I've said, let your woman tell you what excites her, and you'll find it so interesting. Without even bringing any other tool in your marriage, because now that those who have now agreed that yes, all of us are masturbators, all of us have reached a point where we don't satisfy each other. Yeah, bring those things if you want to bring. Because I have now given up that I can't satisfy my wife. Okay. So what can she do? Instead of her going out, let her buy those dildos. Let her come and use them. So you come and after finishing, darling, can I help you? Yes. You hold her for her, and then thank you. And then you start to live like that. So
you're making it sound really bad, Mr.
It's bad. The girl, that thing is bad. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. Okay. The third thing after masturbation is pornography.
I want to tell you, by the way, that I think that since I started talking with people about masturbation, I think your explanation is grand. It's very deep.
No, I think you should look for Pastor Sumunene or Dr. Sumunene, Pastor Twatwa. She'll give you details. We did with her a 2-hour episode on masturbation only. It's on YouTube. So look for that woman. She's doing it from a medical point of view and from the normal point of view. Okay. You will be amazed. Okay. So she'll begin from...
Will you give me a number?
Yes, yes. Causes, impacts, side effects, and treatment. So she doesn't, like me, I leave you without, I've told you the side effect, but I can't treat you. Yeah. But she'll tell you that, and then, but then she's the owner of that hospital I'm telling you about. Okay. Yeah, so she deals with that and she'll treat you. Okay. Yeah.
I hope that you are enjoying that episode, people of the internet. You know, everybody says there is no job, and that is true. Also, that was me 10 years ago. The problem is that everybody is trying to get a job in their own town, in their own city, in their marketplace. They ask friends for jobs, mothers call uncles, uncles call fathers, but there are no jobs, right? Let me tell you what no one is telling you. Jobs migrated online. What I actually mean is there are many, many jobs around the world, and there is no one to do them. I have worked for a long time online, I think more than 10 years. I work for Americans, I work for Europeans, I work for the Chinese, the Australian, Canadians, the Ugandans, name all of them. And last year, I had a eureka moment. I said to myself, you know what? I should compile what I have been doing for the last 15 years. So in 2024, I wrote a book called Gold Mine, 18 Side Hustles for Africans. And it sold a lot of copies. In fact, I was going for, sometimes I was receiving 500 orders in a day. In 2025, something happened. AI came. I think in 2025, AI came. AI came in 2024, but in 2025, it is here with us. And people say AI is taking away their jobs. And for me, I'll say false. There are actually AI jobs. Now, mimi ni nani? I created more jobs. We now have in my book 25 online and offline side hustles that you can do anywhere in the world, whether you are in the village, whether you are in your small town, whether you're in a marketplace, whether you are in your house, you can do them. In this powerful volume 2, I share 25 new actionable online hustles specifically researched and tailored for Africans. My new book provides clear step-by-step guidance, drawing from my extensive experience and research, including the mistakes I have made and lessons I have learned over 15 years in this online job market. You can become an executive assistant to busy folks in Europe, America, and Canada. You can also get paid for tasks like watching videos and taking online surveys. There are many of them, and they're in my book. You can also build a business as a virtual assistant, start an e-commerce without a shilling. You can also become an affiliate marketer or an online English tutor. And you can also do tens of AI jobs, and they're all in these books. If you have a job, that is fine, but I know around you there are so many people that are always looking for jobs and at home watching Netflix. Buy this book for your brother, for your sister, for your mother, cousin, husband, who is back at home all day, all night watching Netflix. Okay? Buy it for your friend. That friend who is always asking you for cash, you can buy this book for them. All the information is in the description below. You can also inbox me, you can WhatsApp me, or you can go to my website, which is oduorjagero.co.ke. The book is only 1,000 Kenya shillings. Or if you're anywhere around the world, the book is $10. So thank you very much. Back to programming.
Yeah. So when you come to another point, which is now pornography.
Yeah.
That is one of the biggest also hindrance in marriage. Like pornography is whereby you get exposed to either videos or audios or written materials that excite you sexually. But it said that out of every 3 men in marriage, one out of every 3 men is a porn addict. And 1 out of every 5 women is a porn addict in marriage. 1
out of 5?
Yes.
1 out of 3?
Yes.
Hey!
Out of every 3, like me and you, Jagero, if we had another man here, one of us is...
Kuja hapo mtu watatu. Why is it lead to watch the videos?
Right now, the research says that if you combine the views from Netflix,
okay,
views from Twitter,
okay,
and views from Amazon, you put them together, they can't reach the views that are on porn sites. You take all the views on Twitter, Amazon, and Netflix, you combine them. It's like I tell you, Jagger, if you take your 3 videos, you can't reach my one that has 4.3 million. So, just a joke. So if you take all those views from Amazon, Netflix, and Twitter, they can't reach the views that are always on porn sites. That is how people are into pornography. And it begins in a very small way. Like me, I began watching porn, I think, when I was class 6.
Class 6 is how old?
How old was that? 14, 15? Yeah, 14, 15. So there was this guy we were staying with in Kisumu, and he told me, nikupeleke kuwatch movie. So me, I used to pass where the movies are, and I will see it has written there 10. You see, if you go to those videos, they used to put their picture ya Rambo, and it answer from 10 to 11, when I picture ya Van Damme nani. So there was another time, hakuna picture, meandika hapo 10 bob. So every movie was used to be 5 bob, but he meandika to 10 shillings. How ambiu ni movie gani? So let us go. So anytime I will pass on that 10 movies is happening, you'll only hear music playing. But when I saying, shot, fighting, it's happening, guns. But anytime you pass there, it's always music. So I never knew what was happening there. So let us go and watch movie Sunday usiku. So we went. So I entered the room and like, what's happening here? Men are there seated. The hall was packed. Men seated watching pornography. And they are there enjoying it. So that's where my addiction for pornography began.
But you see, I have never understood this idea of... Yeah, like I would understand if somebody is watching porn and masturbating with a porn.
Yeah.
But watching it for an hour, just a movie?
A porn addict will always lead to either a masturbator or an unfaithful partner in marriage. You cannot have a husband who is a porn addict and he doesn't masturbate or he doesn't cheat. It can't. They come hand in hand. You see, sex was supposed to be sacred, was supposed to be private, and was supposed to be in the confine of a marriage. That's how it was supposed to be. Sacred, intimate, very private. Somewhere hidden, the two of you.
With the lights off.
With the lights, no, not with the lights. No. You should see your wife's body and you should see yours.
Yeah, fair enough.
Now, you will find that when we have a picture of a couple having sex, you will find these 3 things. You will find there is love between them.
Love.
Yes. There is intimacy between them, and there is vulnerability. When you find couples under the blanket, they're talking at a very low sounds. Yeah. Smile. Is it called giggling?
Yes.
That one. You'll find them cuddling with each other, just happy. You'll find them on the seat, just seated, holding each other and just watching a movie. You'll find them very vulnerable, pouring into each other. Okay, I love how you love me. I like how we do this thing. I love how you're always there for me. That conversation. So when couples are having sex, it's always, it's a moment that is very emotional, very connecting, and they're moving with the same rhythm. And the vibration is the same. Are you seeing that picture?
I get you. I got you, man.
And these two people are in agreement. They're moving with the same pace. They enjoy each other. And no one wants to finish it. In porn, there is always about individual satisfaction. I don't care about this person. It's always about me. In porn, it's always about performance. How long can I go? I want to prove that I'm the man who can go longer than any other man. So you'll see a porn that goes for 1 hour with one man and one woman. They say, wow, that's the man. Yet you only go for, I don't want to mention, you'll call me that minute man. So yet you go for 0 minutes or 2 minutes or 10 minutes. In pornography, it's always about performance. I've said it's always about performance, always about the other person. And then there is not that connection. It's always about strangers.
It's about strangers.
Yes. I don't know this lady, she doesn't know me. Then we are brought in the picture to begin acting. Porn is always about scripts being followed. That woman mourning, she's not mourning because she's enjoying. She's following a script. You must mourn to excite the viewers or those who are listening. So mourn as much as you can. So she'll be mourning and mourning, not because she's enjoying, but because she's following a script somewhere. This man, you're told, talk, engage, say, baby, suji, what, spank her, talk loudly, do those angles, whatever. And also it's always just about camera angles. There is no intimacy, there is no love, there is no closeness, there is no vulnerability. It's just like, not like it's acting. You see, whatever is being acted is not the same as the real thing. When you see Mamuji, or we call her Nyalego, that Nigerian woman, when you see her bewitching someone in a movie until the person dies, it doesn't mean this woman is a witch. You find that she's a born-again Christian, very good, but just a very good actor. So whenever you see her behaving in the way until you hate her, she's not that. She's just trying to make money and also bring that picture that. But they said if you see, you watch a character until you hate that character, she has done her role very well. And even the people who have been just hated in movies because of how they play, they bring out their characters. So those people in porn, whatever they do there, they don't do it in real life. But whatever a couple does in the bedroom, that's the real life. So it's always about following a script. How am I going to do it? Now, what will happen after this? I've been watching porn. Now, my wife has given me 4 children or 5 children. Her breasts are sagging. She's having birthmarks. What are we calling them? Stretch marks. Her belly is now very big.
You could also call them birthmarks.
Birthmarks, yeah, that's a good
pregnancy
name.
Yeah,
and it's a mark of victory. And I say, even a woman should not worry removing her stretch marks. That's a mark of victory, a celebration that I have been able to bring out a child or to bear a child for you. So she has these birthmarks. She has this sagging breasts.
Yes.
Okay? When you look at your wife, whom you really used to enjoy, now you begin seeing us, no, that body is not good. I want a woman with firm breasts. I want a woman who has a body with no any stretch marks. And I want a woman who mourns loud. The one I've been seeing on videos. Not Kondele, in movies.
Were you guys watching it in Kondele or
in
where?
Nyalenda. Yeah.
Konambaya.
Nyalenda. Yeah, so after watching pornography, you'll now begin comparing your spouse with those people
with the actors.
With the actors.
And actresses.
Yes. So your woman has been having sex. You both have been enjoying it, but she has not been mourning. But suddenly you want her to start mourning. Because, or if she has been mourning, you want her to scream. The way those women in videos scream.
Yeah.
If she doesn't scream like that, you don't feel good. And now the issue is, I'm done watching porn, she's not watching. So me, I have a woman I want, but she doesn't know that that's the woman I want.
Okay.
So there is no communication that, by the way, I saw this woman screaming. Can you scream like her? She doesn't know. So you are just like adding speed, but if you look at her, she's not screaming. You're like, what's happening? You add force, nothing. You begin tilting her the way they were tilting those women there. She's still nothing. So you're like, no, I think I need a better woman. What will you do now? You are on Facebook, liking women's pictures, liking ladies' pictures, inboxing them, because you are seeing this Gen Z who has no child. I told you your wife was already having 4 or 5 kids with a sack body. You are seeing this Gen Z who has no child with a very flawless body. You want her. Because she can, maybe she can scream like them. So that's now I tell you, most men who are porn addicts, they'll end up cheating. Or they'll end up masturbating. Because they're trying to bring out that picture, but it's not happening. Or for ladies. Now, a woman will start saying that my man is a 1-minute man. Where did she know that there's another 1-hour man? She watched a man somewhere who performed for 1 full hour. She said, wow, my man should be like that. And then she doesn't tell you that she has seen a man who's doing well, because you'll ask her, uliona wapi? Who told you that that happens? Is it even real? Did you see in movies? You'll begin, are you watching porn? So by the way, when you're watching porn, you don't want anybody to know about it.
Yeah.
It's your secret scene. Same to masturbation, it's your secret scene. You can't come and tell you, Jagero, allow me to masturbate, then I'm coming back here. It's my secret scene that no one should know about it. Or porn. That's why you'll see, porn can embarrass you. There's a time we were in a restaurant to make watu wengi tunangojea chakula ifike.
Okay.
And the guy just took his phone from the pocket na akaeka. Nikasema very loud. So anarudisha volume chini, imekataa, anajaribu kufunga pia, anafunga inajifungua. So it was an embarrassing moment for him, because you are watching, and then these habits.
He was watching where?
Maybe he was watching in his room, and then akaeka simu kwa mfuko na hakutoa. So he forgets, then he comes, sit down, then the moment he just opens, it continues from where it had stopped.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so it proceeds. So it was loud, so he was like trying to reduce. So he's confused whether he should reduce the volume or lock back the screen. So he's like, and everybody's looking at him. So this is how these habits can embarrass you in public.
Yeah.
Very embarrassing. That's why you see people who masturbate or who are into porn addiction. They do it anytime, anywhere, and you can catch them, you can find them. So it's just an embarrassing thing. So you'll find that when you are watching porn, your dopamine levels are increased.
They're at the ceiling level.
Yeah, they are moving higher. So what will happen is that if you used to watch porn for 2 hours, you'll begin watching it now for 4 hours. 6 hours. So that you are not getting satisfied with this. It's always never enough. It's like wanasemanga smokies, one is never enough. So you'll find that you keep on watching and you want to watch more and more. You say, now let me try the blacks. Let me try now the whites, the black and whites. Let me try the blonde. Let me try the what. So you begin exploring, and those things are unlimited. And you can't finish them. And everyone comes with a different excitement. You want to see which one. You'll find that you'll be in house for 6 hours, you've been on porn alone, and you don't know that hours are moving. You become so unproductive. You become a zombie. You become lazy.
Do you get erections while you are watching porn for this long?
Of course. And with the multiple masturbation. Multiple masturbations.
Really?
Multiple masturbations. You watch, you masturbate, you watch, you masturbate, you watch, you say, that's the end, I'm not watching again. That's the last I'm watching, and I'll not do it again.
Oh my God. This is serious.
So I'll not watch it again. That's the end. And then you find yourself again doing what? Again going back. So it's a very bad addiction. I got out of it, but it really disturbed me.
You got out of it?
You think I'm telling why I'm here?
No, I'm saying, no. Maybe that's the wrong thing to say that. I wanted to ask you that at what point did you realize that this was an addiction and you needed to get out of it?
When my wife caught me.
She caught you?
Yeah, the first 2 years of our marriage, she caught me.
And then you guys sat down and say, what's going on?
Yeah. And then one thing with my wife is that she's never judgmental. She tells me, I understand. That's the first thing she does me first. She tells me, I understand that this thing you've been watching, it's affecting you, and you know. And then my wife will come with the facts.
And figures.
She'll tell you, do you know how we are very broke at this point of our lives? It's because of such addictions. Because you can't think out of the box. Yes, I was jobless from campus. I'm there. I spend more times watching. And then I don't want her to reach to my phone. That's what I'm telling you nowadays. I'm very open with my phone with my wife. Because I had them in my phone.
Like videos downloaded
yes,
into your phone?
Videos, and then I was on Telegram, joining so many Telegram groups that are having those things.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You are a community of porn addicts.
Yes. So we are there, we are watching them, and I was like...
And doing, and like the way we watch soccer and we watch, like today we are going to be talking about Manchester United.
Now, we are not discussing with anybody because I think that's a secret scene.
But you are joining Telegram.
Telegram is where you cannot communicate with anybody. You find that it's just having those videos, but it's only admins who are posting. So as we can't give comments, we can't do anything. So we go to watch, and then nobody knows each other. So it's like, I think the Telegram groups whereby if you join, you can't see people who are in that group. It just tells you this group has 70,000 members, but you can't see those members. But there are 7,000 members in that group. So they'll be sending their videos. So she told me, do you think this is good? Because I was a born-again Christian. So this thing I'm talking about, they are affecting even pastors, men of God, clergy, not just people in the world. So I was a very born-again, going to church, preaching. But I used to preach those days. Nowadays I don't preach. I used to preach, and I used to be called to churches to go and preach. In fact, 3 churches, I was about to be made a pastor, I kept on running away from. Hey, you are a pastor. But I was so mana, mimi ni mwenye dhambi, mimi ndo najua tu. Porn makes you feel very guilty.
Okay.
Kwanza ukishikwa. So my wife told me, how long have you been watching this thing? Tell me about it. And okay, my wife came from a very good family, very good marriage. Their parents were very good. So I think it helped her to mature very fast and know things, and even to approach issues very fast. So she told me, when did you begin watching? So I told her, yeah, when I think I was in class 6, this guy introduced me to it, and I've been watching. So you've been watching all this? Yes. Even when we were in campus? Yes. Until now? Yeah.
Campus for 4 years, she never knew?
No, she never knew about it.
Wow. Because
we were those people whereby she can't touch my phone. Okay, not that I was strict, but why should she touch my phone anyway? Even now, why should I touch my husband's phone?
But I this issue of phone is really interesting because I still see a lot of married couples when they open their phone or WhatsApp, like iPhone, you will see that the facing blinks a little bit. It means that app is locked. The call log is locked. What is locked? Entirely the phone is really
the people who lock their messages, lock their WhatsApp, lock their Facebook, lock their call logs, and lock the screen. So even if I forget to lock my screen, you will come, you touch the call logs, it's asking for password. You go to messages, password. WhatsApp, password. Facebook, Instagram. So yes, you access the phone, but you can. There's a lady the other day on Telegram, on TikTok.
Yeah.
She said that one day my husband was showering.
Okay.
And he had left his phone. And I've been trying to access the phone, but I could not.
Yeah.
So I stole the phone and locked him in the bathroom, and then gave the kids the key. I climbed the motorbike and went to look for the wise boys. These wise boys opened all passwords. I went and sat under a tree. Took my time. Because by the time the man is noticing that he's been locked in the bathroom, I was like, hey, who is there? She's on a motorbike going. Even if you come out 3 minutes after that, you won't know has she gone left or right or where. So she said, I went, took the phone, went to the wise boys, they opened everything for me. I sat under a tree. I looked for everything. I read what I wanted, everything, and then I was able to find it. And by the way, just going to that issue of blood group B, blood groups.
Yeah.
If you are married to a blood group B, these are always detectives in nature. A blood group B, you can hardly cheat on them.
Yeah.
You'll find that when she comes and tells you, who is Jane? She's having screenshots. She's having chats. She's having M-Pesa statements. She's having hotel rooms. She's having taxi number plate and everything.
Blood group B.
Yes. You'll be cheating and she's just laughing with this smiley. Anafanya investigation yake chini ya maji, you won't know anything. The day she'll ask you who is Jen, she knows everything. Anakuuliza tu utamwambia vile Mungu aliuliza Adam, where are you? Not that God did not know where Adam was. Anataka unaona tutasema nini? So if you're married to a blood group B, be very careful. My office is a blood group B. Yeah, so when she was coming to ask me about how long I've been in it, she had seen everything. And she had known everything that I've been doing. So I had to confess, because first of all, I was not happy with what I was doing. Because
you were not happy?
It was really disturbing me.
Did you feel like you needed somebody to support you at that time?
Yes, but I don't know who. But then I inboxed so many men of God on Facebook, asking them, I'm a porn addict. Can you help me? I'll pray with you. I'll pray with you. So those are the responses I used to get. I'll pray with you. I'll pray with you. But I keep on seeing the habit going on. So actually, I needed someone to speak. And if you're an addict, you need someone to speak to. You need someone to speak to who can help you get out of that. So I can say my wife was the deliverer from that. So he told me, what we can do is this. Just, first of all, leave all those groups. The Telegram. Install that Telegram app. Because do you have any other use for it? No. So I installed it. Okay, what else? We went to our history browser. Hizo zinaanga. I thought hizo ndio tumekuwa nikifungua all sites. She told me now, can we try not to be going through those things? I said yes.
So these sites you're getting them through Google search, mere Google search.
Nowadays, knowing where to get sex videos are, it's very easy.
Shaka, don't go. Okay.
You just search sex videos and you'll see thousands of websites coming. So it's not something that's very hard to do. So that's where I began healing. And we went through that journey with her. I never told her to watch together because
that's what I wanted to ask you about. Because have you not heard of people on the internet writing blogs about how to watch porn together as a couple?
I haven't heard that, but it's not a good habit. Because but then I read somewhere by someone saying that both of them they used to watch porn, so they will watch porn and then go and have sex. They can't have sex without watching porn. So first they must watch, then they go and have. It reached a point whereby they must be having sex as they are watching, or else they won't be satisfied. So you put on a TV or a laptop. So as you watch, you are watching. As you do, you are watching. So that's a level whereby you become both of you addicts, and both of you need help.
Both of you need help, yeah.
Yeah, because for you feel you're enjoying, but it has reached a point. If I come to bed at night in the blanket, I want us to have sex. We can't. We need something external to satisfy us. We want something to stimulate us from external. And I can't do it, you can't do it. So porn is one of the things that is really destroying marriages, especially if one partner is in it and the other one is not in it. So you'll just see a husband is coming from somewhere, nowhere. Can we have sex? So you're like, really? Let us have it. Kumbe he has just been watching, now he's coming.
So satisfy himself.
Yeah. So I also thought that since I was a porn addict, if I get married, it will end. Because now marriage will satisfy it. It was not. So marriage cannot heal porn. Marriage cannot heal masturbation. You must heal yourself. So I can speak about it because I'm healed. I'm free. I'm out of it. So that's another factor that causes marriages to have one partner needing more, another one needing low, and you can't satisfy. And then you'll find that if all of you are having different libidos, which is normal, one is up, another one is down, marriage is always about compromise. So that I move from up to a given point and you come from down to a given point. Don't say, me always don't like sex and you unabaki hapo. Say, okay, you want daily. I can only provide twice
times a week.
Or twice. Then you say, no, make it 3. So that I move from 5 to also 3.
Do you think it is a good idea not to negotiate? It's a good idea to negotiate in marriage.
It's a good idea to negotiate. It's a good idea because negotiating brings compromise. When you go to the market and tell you, how much is this glass? 1,000. Buana, I have 300. No, kafanya 800 nayo. No. I can only give you 4. But this glass is classic. You sell this glass. Okay, make it 7. No, let me go. Oh, come back. How much do you have? I can give you list is 450. Bring 5. And answer from you, bring 5. So all of you have compromised. I haven't given the 1,000, and neither have you given the 200 you wanted to give. So in marriage, for marriage to succeed, you must be ready to compromise, both of you. You must be able to say, yes, I want 5 and I can't have, but you want 2. Make it 3, we make it 3. I want 10 kids, you want 2, let us have 4. You agree at a point. So it's always about compromise. So if your partner is having high libido, you are having low libido, try to meet at a point whereby no one feels left out, no one feels dissatisfied. Another issue I think I've already talked about it is about cheating in marriage. Cheating in marriage affects couples so much, especially if your spouse knows that you are cheating on them. I'm imagining me having sex with my wife and she can't access my phone. I've just denied her to access. Kuna ile yenye she doesn't bother.
But the question, I forgot to ask you this question of people, fungaing their phone, so that people, the partner or the wife or the husband cannot access them. Like, do you know? Do couples tell you that? Okay, I see my wife is having her phone and is locked all the time. Do we discuss it, or most people do not discuss it? They just go try and find it is locked and leave it alone. Or what really happened? Like, a woman cannot ask, can you open your WhatsApp so that I can check your messages?
I think she should. I think she should just come and ask you, please. Because we are one body, we are one. Can I just have your phone? Can you open for me? It's a very hard question. That thing was hard for me. Password. I'm like, why? I just want to check. Check what? And then the first question comes like,
check what? I can imagine.
Yeah, then
that's a very hard question.
Then the question will be like, so you think I'm cheating on you? No, I didn't say you are cheating on. I just want to check your phone. Okay, why do you want to check? So you think I have women I'm hiding this phone? So you become very defensive. You think I'm having women I'm hiding this phone?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you want? This is my phone. Another one said that the husband told her that she has no problem accessing the phone, but since he is having client that he's dealing with at workplace, he can't allow her. I told her, those clients are your co-wives. Okay, Jagger, which type of work are you doing that you don't want your wife to know? The clients you are dealing with. Are you selling bank, or are you into some business that you don't want your wife to know?
It's a bit cheeky.
Yeah. So that issue of just saying that, but I find it very hard if you are going to begin in your marriage.
Yeah.
This would be very good if you begin from the start of your marriage. You say, this is how we want our marriage to go. Let us be open to one another so that I can access your phone. And by these things, I told you I always do videography. I do event coverage. I have been in 2 weddings. How many minutes do we have so that I can know how to go?
We are done. We are 1 hour.
1 hour?
Yes.
So let me summarize.
Okay.
I was in this wedding whereby this pastor is telling these couples that for your marriage to work, he's telling the man that don't touch your wife's phone. And you wife, if you want your marriage to work, don't touch your husband's phone. This information is coming from authority. So they'll respect that. And then also, and I was another wedding also, an uncle of the couples came and said, my wife, my daughters and sons, you're getting married today. Marriage is very good, but we have a demon in the marriage. It's called a phone. If you want this demon never to disturb you, don't touch your spouse's phone. So are we avoiding a problem, or we are solving a problem? So
I think we are avoiding it.
Yes. So imagine I was saying that imagine you are having sex with your wife and she knows that you are cheating on her. Even if she doesn't know that you have told her you can't access my phone. Anytime your wife knows that you are cheating on her and you are having sex with her, that moment you are having sex with her, she's always having questions in her mind. I told you that sex should be rhythmically, same mind, same tune. So she's like, am I better than that woman that he's cheating me on? Does that woman give him more styles than mine? Do you think this woman is more beautiful than me? That's what she's asking us as you are having sex. She's not even concentrating. So at the end of the day, this woman will not improve. So she'll be like, maybe this lady has more styles than me, but she will not improve to have better than those ones. She'll say, wacha nibaki bila niko. Akitaka nipende, akitaka sinipende. This woman, is she beautiful than me? So if he thinks that lady is beautiful than me, let him go and use that lady. So she won't improve herself. But if a woman knows you are in sync, she'll want to improve every to be better, to look better for you. She'll want to perform better. She'll try new things to make you better. But a woman will never compete for a space when she knows that you are with other people, unless you want to ask for forgiveness and maybe become a better person. So that will affect sex, because you are coming to me, you want to have sex with me, and I know you're having people you are hiding, people you're having sex with, people you're chatting with. That's unfaithfulness. It really affects sex libido in marriage. Okay. Let me go to the last, I'll discuss that as the last point.
Yes.
The last point is environment of sex.
Yeah, we can talk about it for another 10 minutes. It's fine.
Okay, so environment of sex. We are staying in a one-bedroom house, and I've talked about relatives. We are in, not one bedroom, we are in a single room, or bed sitter, and you want your sister to come and stay with us. So this is the bed, this is a seat here, where your sister is sleeping. And me, during the day, I'm always at work. So it's only at night where we are having time with you. So at that time, when you want to have sex, you're like, no, she's listening. Let me tell you, for men to have sex, they don't need a lot of things. A man will have sex with you in a corridor. He'll have sex with you in a car. He'll have sex with you behind a tree. You've seen people having sex in maize plantation. A man will just have sex anywhere. But for a woman, she needs a safe environment for her to enjoy. Or else she'll just be giving but enjoying. A man will have sex. We have houses whereby it's made of iron sheets, so that my bed and my neighbor's bed is only an iron sheet separating them. So anytime we move it, the neighbor hears everything. So for a man, even if the bed is the whole night, the man has no problem with that. He doesn't. He's fine. Yes, we are married, we are doing it, so what? But for a wife, she'll be like, let us put this mattress down.
Let us put this mattress down.
Yes. And even during sex, she'll be like, she's not giving out herself. She's having sex, but she's thinking about the neighbor who is listening to her. The following day when she's going out, and there are women outside on the where they stay, she's like, these women heard what I was doing. But for a man, he's okay. they heard, so what? So environment.
They heard, so what?
In fact, a man feels like a hero. That I made my wife to scream. So how are these people seeing me? I'm a hero. But for a woman, she feels intimidated. She feels her privacy has been invaded. So women want a very safe place to have sex and enjoy it. Now, if we have a house, one bedroom, my brother is there. We want to turn, wife will tell you, he's hearing. And you'll be like, no, he's asleep. He's asleep. No, he's hearing. So that environment will affect sex libido in marriage, and even the times where you're going to have sex. Or a child has come in your marriage. Yeah. And now you're like, the baby is here. You want to turn, the baby is here. So it affects you. But if you go to an environment whereby now you find that you've taken your wife to Mombasa, where no one knows her there, the house is made of concrete. Even if someone is passing out, they can't hear. That woman will give you the best orgasm ever in the world. So for women, they only need sex. They don't need sex. They want orgasm. So for you to have sex daily, ensure you give your wife an orgasm at least a day, an orgasm every day. She'll be asking you for sex. And then finally, is that a woman should invite you into her. You should not go into her. She'll invite you in. I mean, you should give her a foreplay, like that she tells you, now come. You tell her, wait, no, please come in. She should invite you in her. You don't just, badilika nyoma, turn, do this. So you find that sex has become only one part in the marriage. As long as we reach orgasm, there's nothing else we need. Should I stop there?
Yeah.
Let me add that we are having a book called Sacred Intimacy.
Yes.
This book will add fire to your marriage. Another one is called Healing After Infidelity. If you've been through infidelity and then you want to be healed, this book will help you. Another one is Bridging the Distance. You're in a long distance marriage and you want to see how you can come together and maybe, even despite having a long distance, you can still be intimate. This book will really help you and reduce a lot of, those who are in long distance, they always have a lot of issues like insecurities. How can you make it to bridge that distance? Yeah. All these books are in soft copy. They're only going for how much?
500 Kenya
500
shillings.
only. They're also on.
And for people outside Kenya, that would be about $5.
Yes. And that we have them on Hustle Sasa.
Hustle Sasa.
Yes.
Great.
And I'll be sharing the link.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. Salano. It's always nice talking to you. That is our episode 2
Yes.
of our season long. How many episodes are we having?
Around 10. We
Around
have
around 10 episodes.
We have many. We have
which
many
is
coming.
It's going to be amazing.
Yes.
This is Salano, and one of the things that happens that when it comes to this episode, it blows away my mind. That issue of masturbation, that issue of pornography, that issue of libido. I think you guys have had something, and you are going home saying, okay, please subscribe to Dialogues with Jagero. Just got a report that Dialogues with Jagero is the second.
We are going to make it the first.
We're the second highest, with the highest views on TikTok in Kenya.
Yeah.
And we are 19 on YouTube nationally.
Wow.
So that's a great thing. Thank you very much, people of the internet, for always supporting me. You can keep supporting me more by even donating money to me, sending me those M-Pesa. You know, if you want, if you have a product and you have a service that you want to be, marketed here, please, talk to me, and I will make sure that your product or service is well taken care of. Thank you very much, and until another episode, bye for now. Bona